pirates. Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate. Captain RG3 here. And we got some new stuff going on, guys. It's pretty cool, pretty exciting. Finally, we have OBS working, I think. Let me know. Hold on a second. I'm trying to open up the chat room here. Got a lot of stuff going on here. Captain's not used to this at all. I wasn't even used to the other shit, but now I'm really not used to this. Let me open up what happened to my browser here. And great. Oh, there's a chat room. Children of the Grave, I see you in there. Nice. RG3 with the green screen. Yes, well, I've always had a green screen, but we got me in here. Twitch is working. Okay. What else we got going on? Microphone working, guys. Is it loud enough? Let's see. Oh, that's right. We got a little delay here. Where's Skull? Skull's there. Skull again. Let's see. All right. Well, it sounds like you sound great finally. All right. Thanks, Johnny No Good. Everything is A1. Looks awesome. Right on. Hey, behind the desk, got the green screen going on. You can see the whole ship. And we're rocking and rolling on the OBS. And we're rocking the Mac still. This is without the good PC that's coming in. My son is building me a PC. And, you know, it's Christmas time, so I didn't go ahead and blast all the money on the PC for me. I waited, so it doesn't look like I'm being real selfish or whatever. And, excuse me, by the way, rocking the AirPods, the AirPod Pro with noise cancellation. The only problem is I can't hear myself, which is kind of helps me with the levels and stuff. I don't know. I know that I got the gain turned up a little high, so it might crack out. And I usually get told by Hexologist to turn that down. But right on, everything seems to be good. I do need to find the chat though. I just lost. I must have closed it. Let me open up a new chat here with the. Haha, exit scam. Oh, shit. All right. So there we are. We're back in. Let me get this tab over here. See, that's the problem. I've got too much. Cannot wait to get the dual screen going. And I won't be doing everything from one screen. That's the next phase of this whole thing here, is to get the computer up and running. But guys, we are freaking working now. So I'm pretty stoked about this. This is cool. Let me get there. Boom. And there's chat. Hey, what's up, everybody? See, Mike effed. Uh-oh. Audio is completely jacked. Bad audio, RG. Sound janky. You sound like Tone Vays' butthole. Oh, shit. All right, let's see what we can do here. What can we do here? How come everyone was saying it sounded fine? Oh, static in the mic. Oh, you know what? It's the gain is too high. How about that? Let me see. Try to say "arg" with his audio. Is it back on? Somebody, let's see. Gotta wait. We gotta wait. Okay. How about that? No, still. Restart the stream. Nope. It's like you smoked a carton of Pall Malls. All right, let's see here. Let me see what we can do to unfuck this. I know. Hold on. I think I got it. And there. Same but less volume. God dang son of a bitch. Hold on a second. This freaking technology shit. Alright, mic volume. Let me see if I can crank that down a little bit. Put that up there. And keep adding more noise. Now it's like a jackhammer. God damn it. Oh, shit. Let's see here. Crazy how openly racist they were. Oh, shoot. What are you talking about? Death Star about to blow up. Morse code. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. Alright, I think I have a problem with OBS. Richard told me earlier. Let me see if I can, son of a bitch. Let me see if I can get in here and find the audio settings on the OBS, because I think that's what it is. I've got it on the wrong mode. Let's see here. Bum, bum, bum. Controls. Settings. Audio. Stereo. Okay. Oh boy, it won't let me open that damn control up. Let's see. Oh, I know. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. I know what I got to do. Add. Audio. Input. Device. There we go. And let's see what that says. Okay. Oh, crap. It's way the hell the fuck up there. There we go. Filter. Lock volume. Any better yet? Testing. Any better? Add more gas. Let me see here. Let's just see if we can get this damn sound fixed. How's that, guys? Any better? Maybe close out OBS, StreamYard, Streamlabs, Growing Pains, Drink Grog, Singing Shanty. Son of a bitch. Got worse. Okay. Alright. Let me, I'm gonna go ahead and restart the whole thing. I'm gonna restart it. Well, if I do that, it's going to. Hold on. Take this out. Remove. How do I remove that? Let's see. All right. Yeah, I'm going to turn it off and come back. Let me get rid of this stupid audio thing I put in here. Copy, transfer, remove. How do I fucking remove this? Yes, delete it. There. Okay. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to try this again. Close it out. All right, I think we got it. Let me know, guys, if it's any good. If not, then whatever. How's that? We back in business? All good? Nice. Oh, good, 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 good. Has it buttered to your ears now? We good? All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring up our old buddy Brisology. Going to come hang out with us tonight. Hold on one second. What's up, dude?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Now, let me see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there's what. There we go. I think it's me again. Hold on. Said shut all. Now it shut my speakers off. Hold on, Brisology. I'll be right there. There we go. Now I could hear you. What's up, dude?
All right, how you doing? How's it going, everybody?
It's going.
Man.
The ship had to right itself.
And on top of that, I'm sorry to hear about your irritable bowel syndrome. I heard you said you have OBS now.
Yeah, I have OBS.
Oh my bad.
Obnoxious bowel syndrome. So what's up, dude? Man, it's been since I haven't seen hide nor hair of you since we had our little meeting there out at out in LA.
Right? Everyone that was such a good time. That was so much fun. I like to do it again sometime with all those guys.
Yeah. You would like to do it again with all those guys. Nice. Nice. So anyway, so what else have you been up to? Just working your ass off over there at the mill?
Yeah. Basically, this is actually the first week I'm only working 40 hours, so that's why I was able to kind of like be on tonight. Normally, I'm going to sleep by like 6 p.m. my time, and so yeah. So other than that, I've been kind of just been watching Hex from afar, listening to the podcast while working, and Hex looks like it's been doing pretty great. I'm really liking at where it's at.
Well, we had a nice little what do you call it? A nice little pump, and then looks like they started selling into it a little bit. It's pumping again though. That's
it's
nice.
Not too bad though. I like where it's sitting.
I like where it's at too. And then what? Bitcoin hit another high.
Yeah, that was doing pretty good. I'm gonna try and convince my boy Elon to maybe invest a little bit in the Hex. You know what I mean? I'll say, hey.
Now, what was his story? What was the story on Elon? I heard there was a kerfuffle with him at BTC, but what did he do? Did he say that? Did he promote it and jump in and buy some, or what?
No, he just posted this hilarious meme. It's like of it looked like of a priest, and he's like, oh my god, like I'm just trying to like, do the right thing, trying to be the right thing, and then there's like this prostitute flashing her backside at the priest, and on her backside was like the Bitcoin logo, and that's like Elon saying, here I am trying to lead a productive life, trying to do the right thing, and Bitcoin keeps right there in my face.
Tempting,
and then one of the guys, Michael Saylor, of MicroStrategy, he was like, hey, do your investors a $1 billion favor and buy like $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, and then in a few years more companies will follow and it'll be worth like $1 trillion. And I'm on some Facebook groups where I watch like the Tesla stock. Even though I don't own any, I still kind of like to just watch it because I'm a techie. And man, those Tesla boys are real salty. They're like, don't do it. Don't buy the Bitcoin. The volatility will, you know what they call themselves? They call themselves Tesla heirs.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna put all the Tesla heirs at risk. No, thank you.
Yeah, well, they take pride in their little project over there.
Yeah,
I did a lot of work over there at SpaceX, and Tesla's right in the middle of SpaceX. So like you got that little airport right there, and then you've got SpaceX and all their buildings, and then Tesla sits right there in the middle, like nestled between all the SpaceX buildings. And those guys are like, I mean, they walk around with their noses up in the air, like they know no wrong. And when I remember one time they let me in a facility to put a jig. I was putting this jig in the ground, and it was for their new the new hot rod car. He's got like this this new hot rod prototype thing that they're building, and those guys really thought highly of themselves. So yeah,
That's a
the
badass
culture.
car.
It is. I got to see it when it was just a prototype. They were like,
Nice.
"Don't look at it." I'm like, "I'm looking at this son of a bitch, man. Come on, man. I'm sitting here working on all your space shit. I can look at your damn car too."
I put a $100 down deposit for the Cybertruck. I don't know if I don't know if I'll ever get one, but I was like, you know what? I don't mind giving him a small loan and getting that money back later. But then I saw a long time ago he had the Tesla semi truck, and they had a version where you could put like a pickup truck on the back of the semi truck. I was like, dude, that might be the thing to get right there. You could like put your like tiny house on the back of it, and then like take off and go wherever you need to go. It'd be pretty dope, right?
Go tour the zombie apocalypse. Is that what you're talking about?
Hell yeah. Did you see Elon's spaceship blow up? That was pretty sad.
No. When did that happen?
Maybe like a week or two ago.
Jeez, no, I missed it. One of the rockets blew up.
The really beautiful one. I think it's called ST8. I think it's the really like
not the big one, the BFR.
The chrome one, yeah, the real big chrome one. The one that looks like a silo.
Was it the BFR? That's their big fucking rocket, right? Well, that's what we call it anyway.
I think it's the ST8. I think it's called the Starliner. But yeah, it came down a little too hard, and it was awesome to see, though. I mean, it was crazy,
like a NASCAR crash, right?
All right. Unfortunately,
yeah.
Luckily, those are all autopilot. So
yeah, well, shit, man, they're putting guys up there now, so they got to. That you start seeing that shit. It's like, wait a minute, I got to get in this thing and go up there. It's like,
where were the human trials?
Yeah, man. It's
tough. Tesla has a lot of cool stuff coming out of it, and it'd be really cool if they got into the cryptocurrency sphere somehow too. I mean, could you imagine? I could. Elon would do it.
He said Dehira Moore said, "Yep, the BFR." Yeah, I did some work on that one when they had this big tent. They were building it under a tent down at the harbor, down at the Long Beach Harbor, and it's a monster tent. And it was where they were actually weaving the carbon fiber. That whole thing's made out of carbon fiber, man. And it's like they were freaking weaving it on there. And I mean, it's fucking monstrous, and you have to put the jig on, and we had to put it was 50,000 pounds just for the arm that actually wove the fiber around it. So it was pretty wild, but they moved it, I guess. And now it's gone from there, because they're launching that son of a bitch already. That was when they were doing R&D on it. But yeah, man, some cool stuff. I don't know if you saw last stream, everybody's talking shit about Cali. So
why?
Everybody hating on Cali all the time. But I mean, I understand why. I mean, there's some pretty fucking pretty shitty shitholes out here, but there's some good stuff too. But what I was trying to explain is everybody's like, fuck, man, it's like, say California, but it's like the whole West Coast, not like the East Coast. You can say, oh, well, fucking North Carolina sucks. Well, that's like the LA basin, and it's like California is so freaking big. It's like,
I mean,
5 states out there in the East Coast, but it's just, whatever.
Everything is within reach. Everything's so close, and on top of that, the weather, you really can't beat the weather.
No. And you know, you can work 24/7, 365. We never stop working out here. That's for sure. But things are looking up. I'm liking what I'm seeing. In my business, I usually get to see things growing, you know, before they actually start growing in the machinery moving industry. And there's a lot of orders coming in. A lot of things like first quarter stuff are getting ready to happen. So there's a lot of plants getting ready to relocate, and the ones that have left are now setting up operations that they have left over here. So it's looking pretty good for 2021 out here. And we're going to have a crypto explosion. So I'm freaking fired up about that, man.
Heck yeah. Yeah, everything's been going up pretty good recently.
Yeah, you guys, how about you guys over there? You guys busy?
No.
No, you guys are slow in the fastener business?
Yeah, they laid off basically everybody, and then they just made me work triple time. So
well, that's different. That's not lack of production. They're just trying to make you more productive. You got too many of you motherfuckers over there working anyway. Hey, Hex Outlaw, thanks for the diamond, bro. And Papa Boner, thanks for the ice cream. We got donations flying in now. Cookie Boys in the house, dropping lemons. Joe Hexotic. Let me jump in the chat real quick and say, hey, oh shit, now man, I am fat fingering this thing all night so far. I'm shutting the stream off and all kinds of shit. Joe Exotic, Cookie Boys, Hexarican in there. Joe Exotic says, thanks. Great. That's great to hear. Yeah. San Diego made a case to keep strip clubs open in spite of Newsom. Hey, give me liberty. Right on, dude. See you for a while. I live in Massachusetts. It's freezing. I was like, hey man, it's I'm actually sweating right now. I was going to take this long sleeve off, but yeah, it's a little warm. Hey Maddie, you're welcome, man. Thanks for the diamond, bud. Babalabra, thanks for the lemon. Who else is in the house here? We're on a slow night tonight, man. We're like 100 hexagons running around here. Fat fingering reminds me of early drinking days. Yeah.
Man, my keyboard, like the enter button is like half the size of my last keyboard, and I keep hitting that little backslash every time right before the enter, and I'm hoping people don't think I'm like being sarcastic.
Oh, your keyboard's getting stuck?
Well, it was just every time I hit enter, I hit the backslash, and then I hit enter, and it's like so annoying.
Vince asked if you were going to start another Twitter account to track the new $600 stimulus check in Hex equivalent.
Sure, why not?
Oh, great! My camera's wigging out now.
He scammed us.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, well that's good. I don't know what the hell's going on with my camera.
Can't see you.
Oh boy,
it's the British show now.
Isn't this great?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Let's see.
Has anyone else been getting any text messages from ledger scammers recently? I have. I'm getting like 15 different text messages.
Ledger scams?
Yeah, they're like, you need to update your ledger. Click on this link. I'm like, hey, you sons of guns, that's not how it works. It's not how any of this works.
What the heck is going on, man? You know what? Now I think my camera's
I can see you. You look good.
But I don't think it's on I don't think it's on the right mode now, because now it's shutting. It's not supposed to shut down like that, and it just shut down.
So maybe it's like overheating.
No, it actually is.
Some of the really nice ones, like they unfortunately they get too hot or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, this one's not. It's not hot. It's there's a lot of settings. These things have a bazillion fucking settings, man.
Is it plugged into the wall, or are you just doing a battery?
No, it's plugged into the wall. You have to, in order to make it work as a webcam, you have to buy this fake battery and you stuff it up in the battery box and plug it in.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it doesn't get hot though. The whole thing stays really cool. But for some reason, there's a setting in there that you have to change to keep it from shutting itself down because it doesn't like being in movie mode all the time.
You know who I'd like to see interview Richard is
Who's that?
Graham Stephan or like Andre Jick. Do you know who those guys are?
Nope.
They're like YouTube finance guys. They got pretty big names in that traditional market, and I think those would be pretty good. A pretty good interview, I think. But yeah.
Well, I mean, it's going to take a lot more mainstream, adoption or interviews in order to get the exposure that Hex really wants or desires. I'm interested to see what happens to the crypto space first, because this whole thing with Grayscale coming in and pumping Bitcoin like this, it's a little iffy as far as this pump goes. I don't know. Richard said that it's going to be a 3-year bear market or bull market, so I guess
I've heard things like that.
So I guess that's what we're in for. I mean, every time he's called anything like that, it's come to fruition. Like he said, we were going to be in a 3-year bear market, and we were in a 3-year bear market almost to the damn fucking day, man. I mean, it was crazy how
Charlie Lee called it, right?
Charlie Lee called dump on your head.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna dump at the very top, and then he's like, hey guys, we could be in a multi-year bear market, so like, don't party too much. and then look what happened. It went from like $3.50 down to $20.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But it looks like it's doing okay for him again.
Yeah, he was partying. He was
Yeah.
partying after that top dump.
I always liked Charlie Lee until he started talking shit about Hex. Hey, you motherfucker.
And his boy Johnny too. His boy Johnny's talking shit too. I like Johnny too. He's a funny dude. I thought he was cool, funny, and he was different than a lot of things in crypto. He had a cool attitude.
I welcome Johnny into the Hex community. We welcome you. You're welcome here.
Yeah, they're welcome. But I mean, they just talk shit though. So I mean, what are you supposed to say to that? Like, thanks for talking shit about us, but hey, welcome. Fuck that. They want to talk. He's on the scam train too, so they can all just kiss my ass as far as I'm concerned. Don't need that type of friends if that's what we got in crypto, right?
Luckily for them, no one can stop them from buying Hex, so they got lucky on that one.
Nobody could stop who from buying Hex? What are you talking about?
Anybody.
Hey, Hex Toshi, thanks for the diamond, buddy. Turn the other butt cheek, Papa Boner says. Papa Boner. 2020. Well, so, I mean,
Are you planning on turning that massive stimulus check into Hex? 600 American pesos?
I got kids too, so I got kids and a wife, so I got a few of those $600 ones, right? That's what I was planning on doing, was putting it in. I don't know if that's going to be the wife's plan. She's going to want to put that somewhere else versus where I'd like to, but
right. She's like, we need a new kitchen. Okay.
It ain't getting a new kitchen, that's for sure. This thing is. Let me jump up here for a second and see if I can fix this camera. Hold on a second.
All right, go up deck. So, guys, let's see. I ordered my ledger to my neighbor's house just in case they come to search for it. That's pretty good. That's pretty smart. I like that. Kitchen will be what Kinetics spends his stim check on. Yeah, he flooded his kitchen. He should have spent that money on newer piping. Oh man, this is a lot more difficult than it looks, guys. I don't know what to really talk about. Let's see. Did you guys see the latest Mandalorian show? Oh man, that shit was badass. Fucking Luke Skywalker. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Me?
Though.
Are you talking about the Mandalorian right now?
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think I've seen better deep fakes from Adrian than that what was on Luke. Man, that looked whack. I was like, that doesn't look like nobody. That looks fake as hell.
Oh boy, I haven't seen any of them yet. I watched the first season. I never got to see the second season.
You got through the first season?
Yeah, I just didn't. Right. I haven't seen the second season yet. Well, I don't know what the heck is.
Sorry, David Morales. You should have been on top of that Mandalorian game. Spoiler.
Oh, David. Oh boy. Well, you didn't say anything. You just said that second season. Oh, there's you talked about Luke being in it. Let's see. I do not know what in the hell. This thing has so many friggin' fucking settings on it that let's see here. It's got to be one of steady shot, zoom setting, display, exposure, auto renew. Oh, wait a second.
Nice, D-Raj. Nice.
What's going on?
D-Raj talking about his illegal Hollywood thieving, stealing from Hollywood. They deserve it. Don't worry.
Let's see here. Nope, that's not it. Let's go to settings here and brightness, delete, confirm, display, power save. There we go. Initial control temp. Really?
Do you need like a spanner or something? Sounds like you're rewiring your camera.
Try. Don't know why it's doing this, but
hey, David, thank you very much. I appreciate that. David says I have the voice of a golden god. Just joking.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
Well, let's try this again. We'll see what happens. If not, we're gonna call it a technologically short night. So we had.
Hey, don't call it a technologically short night. All right, buddy. All right, we don't use that word around these parts. Okay.
That's what I thought was funny about all those short jokes was because I'm about 6 inches taller than you, right?
What are you talking about? I'm like 6'2", 190. Look at me. I'm freaking proportional.
Yeah, We and nobody
I photograph well, okay.
I gotta say that the whole crew there wasn't fucking like other than DC weren't really everybody was a little vertically challenged. I gotta say,
Vince is a tall boy. He's a big guy. Vince Chang.
Vince wasn't that tall.
Yeah,
everybody was tall to you.
He's like 6 foot tall. I think
Vince is not 6 foot. You're crazy.
Vince, put up how tall you are. Come on, you're like 6 foot.
Vince is not 6
foot. Maybe.
Vince was like 5'10", maybe.
Well, everyone looks tall to me. I'm way down here, and I can I don't mind giving you a short joke because you know why? It's called punching up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's a short joke. He says he's
Gotcha.
5'9". Yeah, he's
Yeah,
huge.
that's huge. It's huge. All right. I'm looking at the numbers right now because I wanted to talk a little bit about the recent pump.
All
So
right.
it shot all the way up to 0.6, didn't it? Yep. It tapped 0.6 and then dropped back down into 5.7 USD price, of course. And now we're pumping again. We're back up to 5.5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Feels
very
good,
nice.
Man.
It does. It does. And it's you know what? Oh, there goes the camera again. Oh well, I'm not gonna freaking sweat it. I got work to do, obviously, but I won't worry about the camera too much. So shit. Now where was I? Now I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, the pump that we just recently saw. I was. God dang it! I'm looking at my sticker app too. Gosh dang it! Now I'm having phone problems. So I had a buddy finally got into Hex, right?
Yeah.
And we got his Bitcoin into Hex at kind of at the top there, and now Bitcoin's pumping. It's like, oh brother, it never fails. That's why I've been staying away from friends and family and people. It just never freaking fails. It's just like every time you get somebody in, it dumps or it pumps somewhere else. And it's just like, just forget it. Hexo was telling me the same thing happened to him. So
I recently, I got on PayPal because PayPal just recently started buying and selling like 4 different cryptos. I'm like, oh, let me like try it out, right? And it worked really easily. Where I bought $100 worth of Bitcoin at the time, and I was like, it was really quick, no fee. I'm like, all right, what's the catch? And the catch was that you can't send it off or put any on.
Yeah, it's got to stay on their platform, so it's like custodial, right?
Not even that. It's like probably paper Bitcoin, paper crypto. It's like the complete opposite of what crypto was meant to be. So they're just
you can only use it on their platform, right?
Yeah, and you can't even move it off or nothing. And then I was like, all right, I was like, I'm gonna sell this because I don't really want to participate in this shenanigans. So I went to sell it, and they're like, whoa, what's your like social security number and your tax information? I was like, you sons of bitches. I was like, thankfully I only did $100 worth.
What a bunch of assholes, man.
Right? That's what I said. I'm like, you guys are a bunch of assholes.
Man, that's just rotten, man. But I mean, we should have known. I mean, PayPal. It's PayPal. I mean,
right.
It's
who did the same thing for a while before
yeah, you're right. There was another platform that kind of did that. Who did that? What was that thing? Shit, I can't remember now. But
maybe
yeah, there
Abra. I don't know.
There was something else like that.
Yeah, so maybe eventually they'll get cool.
Yeah. Hey, eat a dick, Motley.
Oh yeah, it was Robin Hood. Thank you guys. Thank you, Derek Lester.
That's messed up. All those people buying, they're going to get screwed. Yeah, especially there's probably a bunch of people buying now because every time the price pumps, everybody wants to buy. They didn't want to buy it when it was 3,000, 3,500, Now they all want to buy it, and now they're going to get stuck onto PayPal with it and not be able to move it off or move it anywhere or put in a wallet.
And even with that said, it still took them like 4 days to give me my money, and then it didn't even go back to my bank account. It just stayed in my PayPal cash balance. I was like, really, guys? Really?
Oof. Yeah,
But
that's so now you got PayPal bucks.
yeah, yeah. It's all right though. I have a PayPal credit card. I'm paying off a little bit, so I'll use that.
Yeah. Well,
but
I mean,
but what I was saying earlier is so I tested it and I bought some at like around like 19,000, and then right around just a little tiny higher, I sold it, and then it went to like 23. I was like, oh, perfect.
that's good. You got lucky there, right?
No, I should have held on to it, and I could have rode that wave up a
Oh,
little
you
bit.
you didn't hold on
I
to
know
it.
I sold it at 19. I'm like,
Oh,
I don't really want to participate in this. So I sold it at 19, and then that's when Bitcoin went up. Just like you said, like every time you buy or sell it, like it kind of goes up.
yeah. I've been listening to DC talk about other cryptos for a long time now, and he's really good. I mean, he really knows his stuff when it comes to other cryptos. I've just I've just kind of had it with other cryptos. I haven't wanted to research them, haven't wanted to look at them, didn't want to have anything to do with them. I just didn't see anything out there that is ever, kind of compared to Hex. So I was like, I'm not worried about it. But I'll be damned if he's not calling a lot of stuff out there that's going on. And I'm sure there's some use cases for some of the shit that's out there. It's
Yeah.
just I'm just not interested.
I'm kind of the same way. I've kind of made my bed. Now I just kind of want to lay in it, I'm like, and everyone's like, hey, can I interest you in this new comforter? No, no, no. This one's perfectly fine.
Yo, what's up, Nate J? Let's see. Abracadabra. Everyone is good in a bull market. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
everyone's a
that's
genius.
what was really fucking hilarious to me is that in 2017 when the bull market was on, all these guys turned into fucking like master traders because they were running around with fur coats and Lamborghinis and shit, and they were touting how good they were at this and that and the other, and it had absolutely nothing to do with what they were doing. It was just because the fucking price was pumping on shit that they all bought, and it had absolutely nothing. So if there's people out there that are, influencers or just even like, I mean, there's a lot of chat room influencers out there in the Telegram chat rooms and stuff that they just act like they're the fucking geniuses of the world, and all it is a price pump. I mean, everybody be sitting there like singing the blues right now if we didn't have a Bitcoin pump right now, but now everybody's all fired up and excited, which I mean, every crypto does that. I mean, even when Hex is pumping, our community is like wild and crazy and freaking everyone's on stream having a good old time. I mean,
Yeah.
like right now we're I mean, we're pumping today, but it's been a little dead since there was a little lull there, and everybody starts getting quiet and doesn't talk as much shit on Twitter, and all that kind of shit. So
I know I've been like hesitant in the past where I'm like, oh, I'll go on Discourse tonight, and then all of a sudden like Hex like starts pumping up. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to go on like just because I don't want people to think I'm coming on just because it just started pumping. Like, oh, the fair weather Hexagon shows up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's funny because when me and Hexologist do our show, we do it regularly, and then there's been some. I mean, there was a couple of little bear months there where, I mean, when you're streaming every day and you're talking about Hex every day, and there's like a 3-week month, a 2 month of a kind of a bear run, it's like, man, it gets so boring and everybody's so boring and the chat rooms are quiet and everyone's just like kind of lulled out, and then but you got to keep doing it. You got to be persistent. You got to keep
Yep.
being here. And that was another thing, you know, I wanted to talk about, you know, my position here, in Discourse Syndicate. It's like, I've got a new job that's like very, very demanding of me right now. And I've got another stream that I help my sister with. And I've got a family with, you know, 3 kids, 4-year-old, 15-year-old, 19. So I got the whole, you know, the whole gamut,
shebang.
the whole shebang. And so I've been thinking, I'm like, man, I'm just getting burned out. You know, I'm going to have to blow one of the ends of the candle out, you know, and so I am going to change things up a little bit. I'm not going to change our days. We're going to continue. But I'm going to keep our stream limited to like 1 to 2 hours on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then just let Friday night hangout, just let it all hang out and do whatever everybody wants, and let Friday night just be the long night. Cause these 3-hour fucking 4-hour streams, man. I mean,
I know.
they're pretty crazy. I mean, how much can we really say about Hex and talk to the chat room? I mean, we have a good time, and we do have a good show, a good thing going here with everybody participating and all the people sitting in the rooms and asking questions.
It's
but
a part-time
you know,
job every week, you know,
bro, it's like 10 hours of streaming, and that's not to count, you know, like I said, I help out my sister with her stream. It's like a couple hours there. That's 12 hours of streaming. And then there's some prep time, which I'm going to let you be honest. I don't do a lot of prep time. I'm sure it's obvious that I don't do a lot of prep. I've been working a lot on technology lately, and obviously black screen, it's not working that great. But I got settings to mess with on this camera. That's
you
why
should go back to ITT Tech. you should get your money back.
But you know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and there's been good return with the Hex community, that's for sure. Because I think that you know, this show and Hexologist show, we've had a lot to do with helping to build the community and give everybody a voice and give everybody a place to hang out and voice their feelings and hear other feelings being voiced, you know, while we were all, because I mean, the FUD can get to you, man. The people out there talking shit, if you don't have some kind of rebuttal, if you don't have some kind of place to have an outlet. I mean, if you're just on Twitter getting slammed all the time and stupid shit like that, if you don't have a place to voice your opinion and get up there and speak and show your face and shout to rooftops and yell fuck you to everybody, then it can get to you, you know. And I think that
100% you and Hexologist helped me get through a lot of the early day FUD, you know, because I was just like, I was getting hit left and right with it, and those motherfuckers, you know, they keep hitting us, and they hit us a lot. I was like, I don't know, is it could it be true? I don't know. And then I saw the Hexologist, and he's like, that shit is dumb. And you know, you're like, come on, you know, we're doing the Discourse Syndicate, and you guys really helped me pull through. I'm like, oh yeah, we totally have the community here. We have, you know, the people, we have the numbers, and it's going great. And and I see we're picking up new people all the time.
Yeah, a lot of new people coming out of the Telegram rooms and the chat rooms and out of the shows, and new influencers, you know, and people that are, you know, just actually being part of the community themselves, making their own streams and all that stuff. I mean, it's been growing and growing well. Let me see.
Yeah.
Don't leave us, RG3. Let the Hex gals hijack Discourse. No, I ain't going nowhere, guys. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, don't leave us. Get rid of the family. Come on.
Let's see. Why do you think RG3 went dark? He's multitasking those TPS reports like a true boomer. Yeah. I got TPS reports to do. I gotta. Yeah. Anyway, those suck, man. These reports and PowerPoints and meetings and man, I'm back at it again. But you know, it is what it is.
They drain a lot of your mental energy. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's when I worked out in the field all those years, you get you work 16-hour day or something, you're fucking sweating and smelling and you're tired and your fingers hurt and your back hurts and everything's fucking sore, but at least you lay your head on your pillow and you go to sleep and you can get them to do it again the next day. With this other shit, it's like it never goes out of your mind. It just constantly fucking rolling.
Yeah.
And that's why I think of things like Richard was just telling me, on his stream the other day that he's been busting his ass this whole time, worrying about big payday and how it was going to go, and he wanted to monitor it and be around when it was happening. And he's drained, man. I mean, I think everybody's kind of drained right now. I know Hexo's drained. He's been streaming every day for over a year, and
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm impressed because, like I said, I've been so tired. Like I'm falling asleep around 6 p.m. and your show starts around 7 p.m. My time, and I'm just like, I want to go on, but I'm like, I'm so tired, I can barely hold my eyes open, and I usually don't even get to watch it that night. And so then I start thinking about Hexo doing his show every single day without like even on the day that he had his daughter. So
Thanks
that
for
was
the ice
awesome.
creams, Bran. Yeah, it was. He's a trooper, man. And then the 24-hour streams have been big. The
Yeah.
giveaways. I mean, I'm surprised that we don't have a lot more publicity than we do have. I mean, we are probably the only streamers that have ever done a 24-hour stream, yet let alone two 24-hour streams.
Yeah. No one else does that.
Nobody does that.
No.
And on top of that, Hexologist is, he's never missed a stream. He did it when he had COVID. He did it when he had a kid. He was in the freaking hallway. I mean, that's dedication. I mean, that's newsworthy shit right there. And then, I mean, we gave away like what, $50,000 worth of freaking crypto. I don't think anyone's ever given away that much crypto on a freaking
and we've probably given away a lot more than that too, to tell you the truth.
Well, I mean, what was it at the high? So think about it. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. We've given away 9 million hex. I can't say we. Ski Cat has given away 9 million hex.
Ski Cat.
Ski Cat. And I mean, he's given away 9 million hex. And what's that at the high here? Where's my calculator? I have to do it. 9 million.
I'm telling you, the Hexagon community is laying down the groundwork on what to do, to make a successful coin launch. We're getting all the little pieces together. Where we got, the community chat like what we have right now. We have our Hexologist, who's the dedicated numbers guy. He's always just reading everything off. We have the founder, who just comes down, lays down knowledge.
Yep.
And then we just got all of our streamers who make videos and just kind of, just tell everyone, the way it is. And it's awesome. And I think in the future, coins that, don't really have this kind of support network probably aren't going to do that great.
No. So
that's one of the reasons why I'm always really hyped up about Hex, and I'm just not worried. all my stakes now are just Quattro Cinco stakes.
Really?
I built up my ladder, and so I got a stake coming out every single month, and so now I just take it and I just throw it to the back.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I got some pretty big stakes coming out in January, and so kind of what I'm planning on doing with those is that my monthly stakes were about 30,000 hex, and so I was thinking about maybe using some of these big stakes that are coming out in January and just kind of adding on to the monthly stakes that are reoccurring every month, if that makes sense. Just make them a little beefier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did mine a little differently, but I mean, mine was a mix because I mean, in the beginning, none of us knew how to stake. There wasn't any strategies. Like, you know, DC was staking every day, and like I got
a big amount coming out next month or this month, so yeah.
Ooh, you didn't restake all that, huh?
No, I was too afraid to hit that early in-stake button. I'm like, I'm not gonna get tricked by no pirate. I'm not gonna. I know. No, I know. I get it. I'm just joking, but I'm like, I know. You know, I made my bed. I'm gonna lay down in it. All right. I know I should have. But you know, I'm perfectly happy with what I got. I got exactly what I deserve. And
yeah, you did.
What? So I'm cool.
That's cool. Hey, but by the way, at the all-time high, we gave away $144,000.
Wow.
$144,000 worth of crypto at one point. So I mean, that's pretty fucking
Cheers,
amazing.
Everyone.
Yeah, that's I think that's a feat right there. Discourse Syndicate and Ski Cat gave away 144,000 in crypto. It was at all-time highs. It was That's cool. Oh, you having a little drinky on a work night?
Sometimes. Little $700 bottle of whiskey. What do you think of that?
$700 bottle of whiskey?
No, I'm just joking. It's like $5 at Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has pretty good alcohol selection.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
so anyway, so my staking strategy at the time was, you know, hey, let's put some stakes out there for, you know, events, family, and that kind of stuff. You know, my kids' birthdays, my, you know, stuff, and then it's like, okay, well, I'll build a ladder later, and I held on to some, and then when I started building the ladder, and built a 5-year ladder that I'm going to roll, you know, so it's like a ladder I built for 5 years, and then I'm just going to, you know, keep putting out the interest and doing whatnot with the ladder. And then I came up with my RG3's Quattro staking wall, and that's what I did with all the rest of my hex, just to get maximum shares. And so I just stuck all that out there in different stakes.
It's like the ice wall in Game of Thrones.
It is exactly that. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. That's for sure. That's going to be a big fucking wall. That's for sure.
One of these days, it's going to just come up close to you, and you're just going to look up. Wow.
It's already. I mean, the amount of shares that are rolling right now is just insane. The gains are insane right now.
All right, I'm a little confused on one aspect of the shares.
Oh boy, and you want me to try and unconfuse you?
Yeah, I need one of the smarter hexagons to let me in on the secret here. Now the question is
the math? Are you talking about the math and how to calculate?
I'm just wondering, is there a total number of shares, a maximum total?
Is there a maximum total number of shares?
Yeah, I'm just still not sure on that. I looked through the layman's guide. I couldn't really see anything about, you know, do the shares generate or do they just dwindle down and that's why they become more expensive almost? I don't know. I'm just kind of wondering, like, is there...
They depreciate. I mean, they depreciate in amount, not in value. The value goes up, and then the shares, the amount of shares actually depreciates. That's why there's so many of them, and so they get the math works out so that you can continuously raise the price and continuously get rid of the shares. But I mean, it's all relevant to the amount of hex that's being staked.
I guess the total number of shares would be the total number of hex divided by the share price, right?
Now you're fucking with my maths, and I don't.
That would be the total number, wouldn't it?
T time shares supply. Now your shares, shares are deflationary, so they are constantly dwindling in the amount of shares
as the number of hex inflates.
Yes, by 3.69.
So yeah.
So there's more hex, which is barely, but then there's the shares are deflating and they're getting more expensive.
Yeah, I'm not really good with numbers. That's why I do crypto.
So Maddie said, if the liquid hex sells and the people who buy stake, then total shares goes up. Oh.
The liquid hex sells and the people who stake.
Due to the share price
content. That makes sense. Yeah, it's just saying that the more people who actually stake, therefore the more T-shares there will be. But if you stake every single possible stake, you can only get to a certain number, right?
Here we go. Everybody's starting to comment. No, that's not right. No, this is right. No, here we go. Here we go.
Trust me, I'm a genius. Okay. Okay. I'm just joking. I'm like the dumbest person we got. And
Papa Boner says, this topic gives me T-share nightmares. Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as you understand the concept of what they do, you don't have to know the math. And and the concept of what they do is, and here's where Brisology made his biggest mistake, was when they were cheapest, when he had a chance, he should have went longer to get more T-shares so that he's gaining more interest, so that he's actually getting more valuable hex, because hex isn't as valuable now as it possibly could be in the future. So having more then instead of now is what's important. Therefore, having T-shares as much as possible to get more hex when the value then is greater is what you want. Getting your value out now, getting your hex now is not doing you any good. Now, the fact that T-shares didn't rise in price as much as we all thought they were going to gives you another reprieve to go out and right your wrongs, your evil ways, and go out and stake longer when you do get these out.
That's true. And because, I staked for, a little over a year, when I stake for 10 to 15 years, then, I'll be getting way more shares than I previously had.
Yeah, if you stake longer.
That's what I'm saying. If I go like 10 or 15.
Because you stake for an itty bitty bit, for a little tiny little bit.
Hey. Make that like a little bitty bit. All right, a little bit. Man, one of my stakes that's coming out, I don't mind. This isn't gonna dox me or nothing. I'm gonna lose I'm gonna get 800 T-shares are about to mature and evaporate when that stake matures. So I'm like, oh man, 800 T-shares. I'm like, I gotta restake most of that for quite a bit longer and get those T-shares back.
Have you done the math today and what it does after you put it out 10 years? Have you thrown it in the calculator to see what it would do?
No, but I could do that right now real quick.
Yeah, that's what you should have done. See, that's what I did. I started messing with the numbers and looking at, wow, if I emergency end stake this now and restake it, then it's going to be worth this many T-shares versus how many it's worth right now, And that's what really opened my eyes. And that's when I started staking out for much, much longer. I mean, the stuff that I had coming out early. And I did this before big payday too. So that was a whole different, a whole different ball game at that point.
Let me see.
So Big Pep. Now Big Pep is one of the brightest of the hexagons out there. I really admire Big Pep and his stream and the knowledge he throws. But Big Pep says, think of shares as a virtual pool that gets slowly drained. As people end stakes, there's less water in the pool and therefore more expensive to buy. Exactly. They're deflationary. And I would guess that there is a set amount of shares, right? I mean, if you were to take everything out and stake it out 15 years, and that would be the maximum amount of shares, right?
Right. So I did that amount and I staked it out for 10 years, and that 800 T shares would turn into 1,200.
See? Well,
and it's the same amount of shares for 10 years and 15 years, but
yeah,
you get
no.
But you get that share price for the 5 years.
It's the same amount of shares, but the compounding after the 10 years gets so good. See, that's the other thing that a lot of people may or may not understand is that the compounding of that interest. So there's a set amount of years that, if you put it out there for, what is it? Is it 10 years? It's 3641. Is that what it is?
3650.
No.
I'm sorry. You're talking about the number of shares?
No. The number of days that is max for longer. Longer pays better.
Yeah, I think it's like 10 years. So it's 365.0. 3,650.
I think it's 41, but anyway, somewhere around there. So 3,641 days, you stop getting longer pays better. But having that amount of shares, which you won't get if you just take it out at 3,641, having that amount of shares in there, compounding for the next 5 years to a Quattro Cinco, is where you start to really see the gains in your interest, because you have that amount of shares sitting out there really rolling interest in. And that's when you get that exponential growth. And a lot of Kyle's models were showing that when we talked to him about it.
Yeah, think about this. The first 30 days of Hex, the daily payout was less than one Hex, right? And then the
daily payout was less than 1 hex. Yeah.
Yep. And then on day 37, it became officially 1 hex, right? And now if you look at it today, it's almost at 6. So we're getting over 600% more hex every single day now than we were a year ago.
Yeah.
So
I am correct. 3,641 days is the max shares. Well, whoever thought we'd see the day, they said, yep. There is. I did do a lot of work on some long stakes, so I know what that number is. So you should all know that too. Why is that number important? Because that's your max longer pays better. And I was strategizing to see where I can get my max returns on my shares. Wanted to grow my shares as much as possible.
That number is Illuminati approved. I'm just joking.
Oh, so Joe said, I owe you an apology. I thought your 555 wall wasn't the best idea. You're right. It is always better than a ladder wall. It's always, and you're right, Joe. Having that out there is always going to be better than taking it to 10 years, taking it out and then restaking it, because then boom, your shares are wrecked at that point. But if you go at a Quattro Cinco, then your shares are constantly, even though you didn't get a longer for that extra 5 years, your shares are still working for you. They're still working in the system. Yeah, you didn't get a longer bonus, but your shares are still working in that system for that extra 5 years. And then, and then there's the wall. The wall thing that I was talking about is a whole nother deal. That's where, you can, instead of, so like say you have 1 million hex and you want to stake it for 15 years. Well, why would you stake it for 15 years when you can put a bunch of 50,000 hex stakes just in case at year 10, 11, 12, we have a super pump and you don't know if it's going to stay there or not, but there's a super pump, right? And you've got 50,000 hex and hex goes to $3, $7, $5.
Yeah. What if the multi-year bear market happens right before your stake ends, right?
Yeah. So, but I mean, what I'm saying is if you have a wall out there, then you do have some that you can pull down and mess with, versus if you just put 1 million out there, then you may be tempted, or you can't capitalize on a big pump. If a big pump happens, you can't capitalize on it. And they're all just sitting there in a 1 million hex stake that you don't want to ever touch. And you're always going to go, man, what if it's not the price then as it is now? What if it goes down to $1 and it's at $7 right now? So there's a benefit to having that staking wall because you're still getting the same value. You're getting the same shares out of it. You're not, it's doing nothing to you share wise. It's just giving you more versatility if you want to do something with it. It doesn't do anything less for you. If 1 million out there or 50,000 to 1 million sitting out there, 50,000, what would that be? So that's 20 stakes, right? At 50,000. So now you got 20 stakes out there, or you can do 100,000. You do 10 stakes. That way you got 100,000 you could pull off the wall, and you still have 900,000 out there, but you capitalize on a big pump. So that's what the whole staking wall was about. Oh yeah, what if Kareem unstakes the day before your Cuatro Cinco stake? Because everybody's seen Kareem's dream screen. I got bills, yo. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Yep. He would lose half of his interest. Yes, he would lose half of his interest, Cookie Boy. You're right. You can't unstake a day early, or else it does mess up your interest. You'll still get your principal, but it's going to crack your interest. And I think that if you have a big payday in there, you lose that most of that too. I mean, it's kind of you just want to wait. You just want to wait.
And just imagine if Hex gets to $1, how much a single T-share is going to cost. Even at today's price would be a $16,000 T-share.
Yeah.
Right?
No. Yeah. Hey, Heximofo. Yeah, I haven't calculated anything ever. But have you calculated a wall with EAS after 7? When I look at it and from a kind of a 30,000 foot view of it, I go, yeah, it's not really gaining that much value at that point. But you are at the halfway point once you get there. So now you're getting your principal back at least. You know what I mean? So if you're at year 10, 11, see, I was thinking that that wall was really no good till after year 10 when you're starting to gain some interest. You're past your principal level. Even after year 7.5, like you said, it's safe. But you lose all that interest, all that big payday, everything else that was in there. So you got to kind of do the math on it. If it makes sense, then you can utilize one of those bricks off of that wall. But if it doesn't make sense mathematically, then of course you don't touch it. It would be for a great big pump, Yep, and you're right, Brands. You will lose more than half of the hex. You will. But again,
yeah. I early in staking nothing. All right, nothing, never. I set my stakes.
But you just showed yourself that you could have made more. And you would have done better if you would have done that before big payday.
You know what?
So
I'm doing just fine.
but what I'm telling you is you're just sitting there talking shit, going, I never. Well, you already proved to everybody that you made a mistake once.
Well, that's
So
true.
before
That's
you start
true.
talking out of the side of your neck, just say, okay, you know what? I made a
I'm
mistake,
too
but I'm going to stick
scared.
with what I got. I'm going to stick with what I got.
All I know is I stake long and hard now. All right, I'm going all the way out to the very end, and I'm good, and we're good from there.
Let's see. Big Pep said Hex was designed for mass adoption. We won't see radical share prices until many more investors are in the space, which is why we need to focus on bringing in new coiners. So here's my opinion on that, Big Pep. I agree with you wholeheartedly, 100%. But you just said we, and we aren't going to do anything to probably bring other people in here. I'm here so all you motherfuckers can have fun and talk shit. And I'm not a Hex marketer. I'm not a guy that's probably the face of Hex and what investors want to see when they're looking at their crypto. I'm here for you guys, for the early adopters, for the shit talkers, for the crypto Twitters that want to, come here and have fun and hang out and be Hexicans, have a community. I mean, fuck, man. Mutual funds of freaking Bank of America don't have a community and a live stream, So that whole mass adoption thing is going to take place without us. I'm almost positive of that. Richard's already trying to talk about cleaning up his language. I could imagine within the next year or two, you'll see our buddy RH in a suit and tie talking to, freaking influencers and financial folks and all that kind of stuff. And we will be long gone, forgot of, and hopefully put away in some box somewhere is what they'll be wishing for when they really start to try and get mass adoption, because I think that we're going to scare away more people than we are going to bring in, to be honest. If you're talking about the masses, if you're talking about the real money, this is a cool crypto community, probably the coolest ever to fucking hit the planet. But I'm not sure about.
I'll be banging on the bars, yelling up from the cellar, "Hey, Richard, you forgot
but
about
you know
me.
What? We'll still be
out."
here. We'll still be here, and my dumb freaking bandanaed ass will be like, "Yep, we were there in the beginning. Yep, and yeah, we talked shit, and now it's a financial product, and." Yeah, I don't feel like we're going to be the ones to do that. But man, you guys are in for a wild ride. That's for sure. This thing is going to go there. Richard's going to take it there. He's smart enough to talk to those people, smart enough to explain to them what he's done. Once somebody real sits down and listens to him, and I'm sure there probably already is people talking to him, because I mean, Hex did what nothing else could do. It finished, guys. Hex is a finished product in crypto. Yeah, and that never happens. That never fucking happens. Hex didn't exit scam. Hex really did what it was supposed to do, and it's better than everything out there. Yay! Now it just takes somebody serious to sit down and listen to Richard and really, go out and market this thing properly. And and we can all onboard our friends and stuff like that. And then some of you that are in here listening, don't let me take it away from you guys. I'm just talking about me, man. I'm just some old fuck on the damn YouTubes, man. It's got kids in the family, and I got into Hex because I know it was going to be badass because I've seen everything else.
The more people that are streaming, the more people talking, the good word about Hex, the better. Because, people are like, oh, I heard it was a scam. And you go, well, check out this whole channel. Look at this over here. Look at these guys. It's obviously not a scam.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not. And we did help. We did help because we brought the confidence to the project with all this community. And all this community right here, all of you guys and the whales that are either watching or not watching, that got involved because they saw all of us getting behind it. You guys created Hex and did what it's and helped it do what it has done so far. I mean, on top of Richard creating a beautiful fucking badass crypto and, you know, putting it out there and educating all of us on it and giving us the confidence to go out there and do the things that we've done. We've done what Hex has done so far. We did that. So everybody can, you know, hey, my hat's off to all you guys. Great job. I knew you could do it. Fucking Hexicans are awesome. Now let's let the rest of the world take it to the rest of the world and let them do it. Because
exactly,
you know, like I said, I think that
unleash the Kraken.
Yeah. Big Pep says, actually, RG3, I'm here because of Hexo and your show. So you matter more than you may think. You know what, man? And I appreciate that.
100%.
Because of all of you guys and you know, and I've met a lot of you. I've got to, you know, hang out with you and break bread and all that stuff. But I mean, you guys are what matters. And to me in Hex, it's the big bankers and the people that put all the real money. Like you said, and mark my words, the biggest dollars have not come to Hex yet. The biggest whales have not gotten into Hex yet. They're coming. There's going to be bigger whales than are in now. But you guys,
bigger than me?
Yeah, bigger than you, bro. Bigger than your weak ass staking strategy.
Come on, man.
And your chicken shit emergency end stake finger.
What do you know? I say I will never.
So, but I mean, but we were here to help the new Hex whales grow. You know, that's what we were here for, because the early adopters, the guys that can get in with just a little bit of cash and become whales, I mean, that's what this was all about. That's what this community was all about, was making new whales, was making new dolphins, making, you know, people making some wealth out of a little, because we understood it early on, you know, and, you know, guys like Kyle and Hexo and Crypto Coffee and Johnny and all these guys that brought the knowledge early and taught us all what it was all about. And so we all gave everybody the confidence to go out there and do what we did today. And because of what we did, all of these people are staked out and utilizing Hex properly. So the 10%ers, those 10%ers, you guys, you're 10% of the staking class that is going to ever exist. So right now, Hex is only 10% staked. So you guys are the 10% of the people who got it, who are like crushing it and killing it. One day the staking class is going to get a lot bigger. And like I said, the bigger whales are going to come in, but you guys will be the beneficiaries of all that because you listened, you learned, you were part of the community. That's who we are. It's going to be different than everybody else out there using Hex, because the institutional money and all the other people, the big whales that get in, you know, the funds and all that shit, they're going to be utilizing Hex for something completely different than we did. You know, we're the pirates. We are the pirates of Hex, and we will always be that. And, but you guys are going to be the beneficiary of being the top 10% of the Hex stakers.
I'm loving that interest rate, right?
Daggone right. Making rad squids.
I almost feel like that's like almost too good to be true. I'm like, I don't want to tell people how high it actually is. I'm like, oh man, this thing's making like 30%, like on average, you know.
It's sick. It's really sick, man. It's really, really sick. Let's see. Swearworks. Hey, what's up, Swearworks? There's no other crypto in innovation like Hex, where early adopters are literally locked in for 15 years. We'll crush it. You're right, man. You are right. 20K for 100 T shares.
We're pumping. We're pumping, baby. All right, everyone, go to Uniswap and buy $100 worth of Hex. Go, go, go. This is not financial advice. I swear.
I think you're gonna throw me off of YouTube.
I'm sorry. Don't do that. Do not listen to me.
Or one of them, Twitch. Or by the way, we're streaming on Twitch now, guys. I saw. Right. I don't know how it happened, but we had like 1,500 followers over there on Twitch. So that's really cool that we got Twitchers over there. Let me see. Where's my? I think we even got Hey, anybody in the Twitch chat? Twitchers, you guys over there? We're probably like, oh wait, yeah, I see one. I see 16,000.
Anyone twitching?
Yeah, if you're on Twitch? Hey, David Feeder, what's up, dude? I just saw you in there. I haven't seen you there. Let's see. Da-da-da. Shit, I just bought 0.7 ETH worth tonight. Good for you, bro. Hey, and I'm dollar costing myself in too. I mean,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
still getting in. I was thinking about it. I started this new gig, and and you set up your insurance, and you set up your 401k, and you set up all that stuff, and and a 401k. I mean, they're giving you free money, so you always got to get in your 401k at work or whatever if you get the opportunity to. Not saying that it's a great way to go, but it's a little hedge, and a little diversification. So I always like getting involved in that. But then I said, you know what, I'm going to take just a little bit every month, and I'm going to put that in, and I deferred that over to another account so that I can buy Hex every payday. So I'm buying Hex every payday, and then staking it out, putting it in a Quattro Cinco.
Hell yeah. I usually my investing strategies, I'm just trying to save like $10 a day. If I can invest, basically $300 a month, throw that into some crypto, see where we go from there. 401k, get out of here. I have one too,
David,
though. But it's
what's
so
that?
pathetic. A 401k.
Oh
They're like,
yeah, they are, man. I have
like,
three of them, and they're like,
Brisology. They're like, by the time you retire at the ripe old age of 78, you should have about $38,000. I'm like, a year? No, total. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, are you joking? They're like, yeah,
you
don't
can't
worry.
even buy diapers for yourself.
I'm not even like joking either. Like that's like what they told me. I'm like, man. So, but that
Yeah,
was a few
no,
years back though. But I'm like, man, I'm buying Bitcoin, and at that time that was when Bitcoin was at $400 back then. So that was I
yeah,
think that was 2016. When they told me that whole 401k thing, I was like, what the hell?
yeah. No, I've always done it, and then um, I bought my first house with you get the loan out and you get your first house, and then years down the road got our second place and all that. So the 401k kind of worked for me like a savings account, and then I you know bought back into it and paid it back off and did all that stuff.
Oh, you
But
were able to like get a loan off of your 401k type stuff, or
yeah, you can use it to like put a down payment on a home or something like that, and
gotcha.
emergency end stake some of that shit,
Yeah, all right.
because it's hard out here to in California to get yourself a house and everything. So you gotta find some way to
Tell
beg, borrow,
me.
and steal. Let's see. Big Pep says, even God, I love when he throws knowledge down. Even the creator of the 401k said it was only meant to supplement your retirement. People need to have a broad range of assets. And see, that's great. I've never heard that before, Big Pep, but I was thinking that thing myself. I mean, being a guy that's been working for, close to 40 years, I mean, I've looked at it like, man, that ain't nothing like the pensions my father and my grandfather got, in their industries. And, I'm going to need to supplement this stupid thing with something, and, and that makes sense. It's only meant to supplement, but there's no more other pension plans, and, good thing we have something like Hex, man. I, I, I feel for, my generation, first of all, because we're the ones that kind of got screwed out of the pensions and everything. Um, and had to rely on these 401ks where we've been dumped on. Our heads have been dumped on a couple of times now in the last couple of decades. So it's been a shit ride in that. But having something like Hex, you guys are you guys are nice, sitting in a nice spot. Hold on a second. Somebody just.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that the 401k came about because after the stock market crash in the late 20s and 30s, people didn't want to invest inside the stock market. And so a way to get people to invest was with like a 401k through the work. And people are like, oh, this is through my job. This seems more legit than, the stock market or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know.
Let's see. Look up Ted Benna. He came up with the 401k. Pensions or DOA for most of us. You got that right. Man.
Tripod. Promote it as a 401h. 401 hex.
Yeah. Yeah, right. 401h. Well, I mean, crypto is still crypto, so you gotta be careful with crypto because, I mean, even like Richard says, it could crash to 80 to 90% in any given moment.
Yeah, right.
And then don't forget, no matter how much
it'd be
we
terrible
think
to hit a bear market just as you're turning like 80, right?
Which is just right after my Cuatro Cincos, by the way. No, but I mean, you've got to look at it like that, though. I mean, crypto could crash down, and the other thing about crypto that I always worry about is regulatory, and at any point, could they step in and try and stop things more than they already have? That's the thing that really weighs heavy on my mind when it comes to risk aversion in crypto is, you don't want to have all your eggs in that basket. So, you got to be diversified. But I mean, a lot of you guys out there are young and you guys have a lot bigger risk balls than I do. That's for sure.
The ATF and IRS tax man can come pry my seed out of my cold dead hands or something, right?
And don't say anybody's going to be prying your seed, bro.
I'll give him my seed.
So you got to get a self-directed Roth in order to hold crypto. Yeah, I've heard about that self-directed. There's a couple of ways to go about all that stuff. I'm kind of looking into some stuff. But yeah, those things are, I mean, they're not real difficult to set up, but you gotta set it up.
I'm not interested in putting my crypto into something that I can't touch until I'm 68 to 70 years old. Well, just so I can avoid paying the tax man. They're not going to get it anyways. So
yeah, and that's what Big Pep says. It's right. Yeah, 401ks are mostly for deferring taxes and employer matching. However, now most 401ks have a Roth option, which omits the deferred option. Yeah, I think that they were made for like salespeople who are getting, ripped on taxes on their commissions and stuff like that, and or guys that worked a lot of overtime, things like. I think that's what kind of the 401k was to help, divert the taxes from. So, yeah, that makes sense because I never saw as a working man where the 401k was like this real big giant tax benefit or anything. It was like, oh, okay, and then you like Brisology said, you got to sit there and play the stock market until you're 60 something years old and hope that it's up the year you're ready to start cashing out,
Right. I have guys at my work who are like, one of them just retired in November, and this other guy, he's about to retire at any time he wants, basically. And we're right here sitting at this stock market currently. I'm like, oh man, I really hope we don't have like a collapse just as these guys need to pull out their other 401k stuff.
One Heximofo says your principal can come out anytime in a Roth. Yeah, so you don't have to wait until you're a certain age, and especially as self-directed, because It's like, it's your keys basically is what that is. When you do a self-directed Roth, it's like, holding your own keys to an IRA. But anyway, and you decide how the funds go in or what funds go in it, and that's how you got to set them up in order to put crypto in them or whatever. 59.5 years in order to take it a Roth compound, tax-free, but to take it all, you have to be 59.5 years. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we got to, everybody do your own research on this stuff because I don't want to give anybody any advice that would get them, doing something wrong. But I mean, I'm consulting with people. You should consult with people too, professionals about your funds. The problem is there's no crypto professionals out there really. I mean, it's really hard to find. Everyone, like, as soon as you tell them you got crypto, they want to run. They're like, "Whoa, fuck that! I'm out of here, man. You mess with that crypto shit." But people who are good at helping you set up a self, what do you call it, a Roth, and those people kind of know what they're doing anyway. Let's see. Tons of variables and insane math to explode heads with that one.
It gets complicated.
Yeah, it gets complicated. Like George Carlin warned us, they're coming for our 401ks and they will get it. You're right. There are some big tranches of money and they're after it. They are after it. Here in the U.S. anyway. I don't know about what the rest of the world has already had taken from them or whatever, but there's some money here. There's some money here that they want to get a hold of, and they're working on it. Let's see. We need to start packaging up some of these ideas with Hex and get the solid facts for everyone. Yeah, you're right. I think again, that's probably going to come with mad gains and practical need for it versus trying to front run it and figure it out now. I think that we'll end up like if we're all sitting on millions and hundreds of millions of dollars and stuff like that, and you're trying to DCA out, then yeah, you're going to need to sit down with a professional and go over how the hell you're going to get that fucking money to work for you. So there's giving liberty.
You have to start a foundation or a charity, and then you hire your family members, and then you just pay them 99% salary.
And that's why Joe just said it. He's like, I'm not going to take any advice or listen to some guy in a pirate ship. That's what I'm trying to say, man. It's like, these are just things. I'm here to tell you guys to have to put some thought into all the things you do. Don't listen to me. Just
listen to me. I'm telling you.
Just trust me that I'm sending you in the right direction. Go get professional help with this shit. Stake properly. Do all those things, and you're going to be okay. But I mean, as far as me explaining how to do it, I'm the last person you want to hear explain anything to you. I'm going to have other people do it for me, and then I'm going to put a pair of board shorts on, some flip flops, and go walk down the beach somewhere, and not have to walk off into the sunset one of these days. So,
I saw someone say I can't see who said it, but someone said get a financial advisor on.
Yeah, of course. Everybody should have one.
No, we should get one on the show.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Have them answering questions from the chat.
No.
Well, what if I only stake 5 years?
No, because we tell people how to do that shit. Hold on a second. We got oh my gosh. Everybody, one of our OG cutthroats is here. The unwrecked pirate.
Hey, yo!
How you doing, unwrecked?
What doing? You talking white fella magic? Hey, white fella magic. Hex, a white fella magic.
Oh boy.
Real PC down there in Australia land, right?
Yeah.
How you doing?
That is awful.
Hi.
You've got a lot of regalia over there these days.
Yeah, are you an actor or something? You have like all these costumes.
Yeah, I'm trying out for the YMCA. You know, trying out for the trying out for the YMCA. That's
Yeah.
That's how they like that. That's what I like, isn't it? Except I'm not gay. That's the only problem. I can't get in.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
boy.
did you pass the whole interview?
Nah.
Did you get the seed?
No, I
So-
just walked. I walk down the street like this, and blokes want to go to the biff, and then I'm like, yeah, step up. So that's just how it is. Because I love a good biff, you know, like a punch guys in the head. Like if I see your face and I don't like it, I want to punch you in the face. So, but anyway, you blokes I love. You know I love the Mexicans.
You Aussies are rough.
That's what we do, mate. We grew
Well, look
up
at
in the
you.
pubs over here, mate. You got to be tough.
So
you do come from a
Anyway,
prison colony. You guys did
So what's
start
up
from a
with
prison colony.
what's up with the zinc on the nose? Is the sun out today or what?
Yeah, she's warmed up. She's fully summer here, mate. She sure is.
Nice.
Fully summer. So look, I just have a thing for silly hats. Is that all right? Am I allowed to wear a silly hat, or is this like made in Indonesia sort of thing offensive to some cultures in America?
Well,
Okay.
mine, yeah.
The Native
But
Americans.
You can do what you want. I mean, that's okay. It's you know.
I'd be respectful. I respect it. I follow the mantra and all that. Like, you know, it's part of the like connecting with the earth and nature and all of that, isn't it? I wouldn't have a clue, like, because as I said, I wouldn't know the first thing about it. I just saw this hat on eBay and bought it. So I was like, I'm going to wear it.
Remember, guys, this is our main financial advisor. He's
It's just getting better and better and better.
You want to buy some Hex and stake it. That's what you want to do. All you got to do is get your MetaMask wallet, install a MetaMask wallet on your browser extension. You know, get onto an exchange, take a photo of yourself, send all your details over there with your driver's license, put some money onto the bank account. From there, onto the exchange, buy some Ethereum, send it to your MetaMask. Boom, go hex.com/stake. Oh, actually, you got to go eathex.com now, don't you? Sorry,
just twitch it, and there you go.
Hey,
No, man,
your connection's falling apart, RG.
Mine is.
Well, it seems like it.
No, it doesn't look like it to me. But anyway, so unwrecked. What's the word, man? How's things going over there? You guys, how's your guys' stream going?
Oh, you know, we're ticking along. Yeah, we're just sort of like about to hit the reset. I've actually just been reading Richard Hart's book Skydive, so I'm just trying to actually implement that stuff in a real world sense. So, doing some self discipline in different areas of my life and trying to improve. But as far as our stream goes, yeah, we've got a nice little following of guys that tune in from the Hex community as well. And obviously we're an outreach. We're trying to, so it's more an outbound messaging, and we've got some like really smart guys now. So with Jex J, he's like an expert on hex.safe. He's created a website with a whole bunch of free resources on how to look after your operational security, your hardware wallets, and all of that stuff. We've now got a guy called
up well too.
Yeah, he's semi-professional, unlike us. Like, you know, like I said, like Day 43 OG, like he's a professional dog food tester, and I'm a cigarette lighter repairman. That's what we do. So we're not really qualified to talk about Hex at all, but we have a stream anyway. And plus, we're pirates, so you know you got to take what we say with a grain of salt. There's more entertainment as opposed to dealing with the financial sector and that sort of stuff. So, you know.
When you say you're doing like
Right.
self-discipline, is that like, are you participating in No Fap December or what?
So it's no drinking, no alcohol, no recreational drugs, 1 meal a day, like the warrior diet, 20 hours, 20 and 4, training 6 days a week, in the gym, going hard, reading,
Reading sci-fi.
meditation,
Reading?
reading, reading, lots of reading, bloody research. Like that's it. That's what we're doing now. So journey to success, and it's going to take a while to sort of shake off the old habits and implement new behaviours and try to put some give some glory to just to shine a light on and give Richard Hart some recognition for writing that book, and it shows how smart he is. I don't think people realise how actually intelligent and smart Richard is. I mean, yes, we all know he's smart, but gee whiz, man, that guy is a genius. Like he's serious. He's a serious, no mucking around. That bloke is one of the smartest guys in the world, without a doubt in my mind. Like the way he writes, the stuff that he says, how good is Hex? Like everything that he does. Hex is going to smash the lights out. Skyfly is going to smash the lights out. I just love it. Like I'm trying to live a better life. Like trying to be the best version of myself moving forward, and realizing where you went wrong and what mistakes you made, and learning from those transgressions, if you like, and be a better person. Like does that make sense? Am I just spinning?
Give us one of your favorite parts of Sci-Vive.
Okay, so there's a real difference. Okay, so in my own words, basically, there's a world of difference between knowing what to do and actually doing it. So you can read all the books and book knowledge and everything in your like, but if you can't be pragmatic, if you can't implement, if you can't do what you say you're going to do, and if you can't follow through to the end, because any project is 95% there, and the last 5% is always the hardest little bit. If you can't do that, that's the challenge. That'd be part of the book. But at the moment, I'm doing the first three. So obviously the mind, body, and spirit. So and he color codes that, and then you've got the money. The other ones down after that, money's number 4. And the way he color codes it in a 3x3 system, like the blood, sweat, and the tears, all those like that, the power of the number 3. There's a whole bunch of stuff in Skyvive that's just brilliant. Like that'd be my. But yeah, look, putting into place, implementation, doing, and not just knowing. If you have this knowledge and you have that, that's not power. Knowledge isn't power. Power is implementing that knowledge in a pragmatic, real world sense. Yeah.
How you doing, Johnny?
Johnny. Oh, I'm surviving. I think you got to look yourself in the mirror as you're talking about supporting this.
That's what I was laughing about.
I'm just watching this, and it's like, I would take him a lot more seriously if it weren't for the headdress.
Well, he said he's taken steps to change his life. He didn't say that he had changed or he was enlightened. He said he was taking steps to change his ways.
It's an awesome headdress. Just for the topic wise, though, it's going to be hard to be able to get
Yeah. Did I miss something on a previous stream?
No. So what's up, Johnny?
So I've spent the past 2 hours trying to put together a magic trick that lasts about 2 minutes on Twitter. So I've been filming it, deleting it, filming it, deleting it, filming it, because everybody's been picking at me. They're like, do another magic trick, do another magic trick. So I had to come up with a story for it and put something together for fun. And it took 2 freaking hours to get the right camera angles and to not screw it up and everything else. I think it came out okay, but
hey, you kind of look like Chris Angel.
I wish I was built like Chris Angel. He spends a lot of time at the gym, that guy.
he's pretty yoked out, right?
Yeah.
He has like 6% body fat. He's a magician, RG.
No, yeah, I know who the fuck this is.
He worked at the Luxor in Las Vegas. I lived in Las Vegas for a while, so I was out that way. I used to watch his show. He used to have a show called Mind Freak.
Yeah,
it was cool. I liked him. I thought he was all right.
Yeah, he was pretty good. He was good. So what was this magic trick that you were trying to pull off?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's there. I mean, you can pull it up. You can just pull up the Twitter. You got the
No,
able
just
to do it.
do it for us right now.
No, it takes preparation. I got to reset it back up and get the right camera angles again. No way. I got it right once. I don't want to screw it up.
Let's see here. I don't see. Oh,
It's-
there it is.
Yeah, that's the last one. That's good.
Look at you. Got your. You got
You-
your.
Can you share it?
Yeah, I can share it. Hold on a second. Let
Is
me pull this up.
Johnny
I ain't
might
gonna
give
tell
you
you
a
how I did
copyright
it, so
strike.
don't even ask.
Is those what are those marbles? Hold on a second.
They're marbles. That's what we think we got right now. That's the whole story there, right? We got a real good deal on some
Oh,
marbles,
no.
getting them for half a penny a piece, right?
You're not gonna gargle them, are you?
Do what?
I'm just joking. Tone vase, a marble gargler.
Oh, marble gargler. Yeah.
Let's see here. Streamer. There we go. Share the screen. Let's see what we got here. Application. How do we do this here? Where the hell is the twits? Let's go Chrome 10. And
I don't know how to do it, RG. I mean, you don't have to pull it up. Just tell people check it out. I mean,
yeah, go check it out. Because every time I pull up Twitter and play a video on Twitter, I dox people because of my freaking chat room and stuff.
I gotcha.
Anyway, my private. Yeah, I'm trying not to be as bad. I'm so horrible with all that and the security and stuff. I gotta be more careful. I guess I'm not.
Hey, I didn't mean to come in here and seagull on your stream here, RG3. I mean,
you're always welcome here. You're always welcome.
I was just picking at you. I didn't mean anything bad about the headdress. I was just saying it was.
I
just
love
kind of
being offended. That's why I keep you around. I love being offended by you.
But yeah, look, I didn't mean to just come in here and shit on you, screaming and fly off. But I got to seagull out, mate, because I'm going doing our weekly show with day 43 in a few minutes. So mate. But yeah, loving your work and peace out. Hey, look, you've got a little brandish weapon here, mate. I got some others. I got heaps of surprises, mate. Don't worry about that. But yeah, no, look, so yeah, I got to bail, boys. See you next time.
Take care.
All right, unwrecked. See you, buddy. Oh man, what a
character.
Okay, so anyway, anyway, it's funny that my sister's very involved in our community, in the Indian community, and she rails about this stuff. Well, I mean, we all do. All the Indian community does about people that do that kind of stuff, and it's. So I got these two worlds I live in. I got my crypto don't give a shit about anybody, and I got my native family on the other side. That's like they've been doing a lot of work changing names of football teams and all that kind of stuff's been happening lately. So they've been like kind of being a little more sensitive to the native people and then fucking Unwreck comes on here with a damn headdress. So. To kind of put it in perspective, that's like, it's like wearing a priest's robe, and coming on and doing something like that.
Right. It's like putting like a nun outfit.
Let's see. All right, these two just got disinvited to Christmas. Disinvited to Christmas. Yeah, I know. Well, we don't have Christmas. We have the solstice, so it's they don't disinvite me. But yeah. Anyway. So
what's new, guys? What's happening? I've not really been on the space too much.
Well, we've talked a little bit about shares, and we probably made that really confusing because we were talking about what's the total amount of shares that are out there, and I don't think we have the answer.
Be a
to
total number. They
well,
exceed.
It's in
they are
relation.
not infinite.
No, they're actually diminishing. So like because it costs more hex to purchase your shares, right? As the share price goes up, you are able to purchase less and less shares with the supply. So it's actually just diminishing. Kind of like there's only 21 Bitcoin ever made thing that they give you. Well, there's only 21 million shares, so screw you. You know, it's kind of like it is limited on how many shares there can actually be, and that will continue to go down. So the shares
but
are.
We were talking about the actual amount of shares. And hey, thanks, Joe Exotic. Yes, tonight is the longest night of the year. It is the solstice, the winter solstice. But
congratulations,
just to let everybody know, this is our Indian Christmas, I guess you can call it. But so we were talking about total shares, but I guess that would be in relation to exactly how much hex there is versus how much is staked, because the staked hex is what creates the shares. So really the shares, there's not really an amount of shares. I guess it's relevant to what is staked, right? I mean,
no, it's still diminishing. Okay.
No. I'm not talking about diminishing. I'm talking about right now there is a certain amount of shares that are there.
Yes.
That are available. And that number is in relative to how many hex there are to actually how many are staked is really the amount of shares that are not the amount of shares that are diminishing, because we all know that as they come out, they disappear and they become more valuable. So yeah, they're deflationary as far as the amount, not the value, but the amount of hex is deflationary. So there is a finite amount of them, and there is a supply of shares that exist. But that's all irrelevant to how much hex is staked versus how much hex there is versus how much is staked.
The shares are created as people stake. So when a new person comes in, they get into the share pool, and that creates more shares. So there are only so many that they can create with the available supply that there is, but we're nowhere near the max shares we can have because we only have 9% staked. But it is possible for more shares to come into the pool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because you can create more by, the hex that comes out that's still, so really, yeah. So they do kind of, well, I don't know. It's going to start making me think too much, and I don't want to do
it. Doesn't really matter because and that's making interest and nobody's bringing shares.
And that's my point. Is it really doesn't matter.
I like to think of it as like a slide that the T-shares go in, and then they go into the pool. It's like a water slide.
And that's why you did what you did. See, Brisology, we've got him here as an example of what not to do with your shares. And hey, somebody said RG Dehirja, thank you. He said RG is right. That's the second time I was right today. So that's like fuck. I think that's the only 2 times I was ever right in the stream. But anyway, other than emergency end staking early. Oh boy, look who we got here. Hey, everybody, it's our moral turpitude.
Oh, hey.
Okay. Where's Hexo when you need him? Let's bring Hexo in here to clean this place up a little bit while Liberty comes in.
Just thought I'd come in before you guys hurt yourselves. Talking about shares.
The math makes my brain hurt.
They're on the outside. They're on the outskirts. Good stuff.
What's up,
nice
dude?
to see you all. Good stuff. I was thinking it's been a year, right?
Yep.
So making things simple, things that people can understand, right? You see in the real world, mutual funds will give you their 1-year performance, their 10-year performance, things like that. I saw you talking with Brand the other day about why folks are going into Bitcoin and not Hex in the institutional world. And a lot of it has to do with track record, right? And track record is pretty important. Why are we going to get into something that's only been around for 1 year? Most institutions don't even entertain a mutual fund unless it's had 3 years of track record. But 1 year's passed so far for us. And I don't know if you all have had one stake come undone that lasted a full year, possibly with big payday. But it's nice to be able to have a track record, right? We all got it on different days, but 1 year to 1 year, I have one coming up this week, a full 1 year thing that when we're talking to newbies, we can point to. Of course, big payday is not a thing anymore. But if you took like a stake with 50,000 units and a year later, you took a look at what you have, you get about 7,100 units in interest. That's 15%. We could look at that. That's a track record. Hey, on this date in 2019, put in 10,000 or 50,000 or 100,000. And on this date, a year later, there's 15% more shares or 20% shares, as Richard says, right? We don't know about the 2-year stakes because no one's ever had a 2-year stake finish. We can't talk about a 10-year stake because no one's ever had a 10-year stake finish. But what we can tell them is, we had a 1-year stake finish. And if you're starting today, 1 year from now, this might be something that we can expect because it's units for units. You get hex on hex, right? So I thought that was fun. My stake cost me only $29, right? It cost me $29 without big payday. Now it's $302. So $29 is now worth $302. We could talk about it. That's track record. That's a pretty great number, right? Now we're adding the layer of currency exchange, of course, because the price isn't what it was before. And that's on a measly 1-year stake. We all here would say a 1-year stake is almost worthless, right? We should have restaked that prior to big payday. But without big payday, those are some great numbers. 15% growth in units. And what is that?
I'm looking at my 1-year stake, and my 1-year stakes are getting like 50% interest, which is pretty awesome.
Right now they are, yeah.
With the big payday, of course.
Well, with big
It's
payday,
it's all those moving parts, though. It's really hard to tell somebody. It's almost like you have to underpromise and overdeliver because there's so many moving parts because of the price, the amount of units, the emergency unstaking. All of these different mechanisms can make that go up so substantially.
I want to talk. I want to backtrack for a second and talk about Liberty's logic here, and we really got to talk about this because this is the real issue. And this is what I was talking to Bran about. So Liberty comes from a financial background. He understands the financial world in a serious manner. He helps people with that, and he just said something that just doesn't make sense to me, which is, we've got to look at track record, and we've got to look at financial institutional money is going to want to come into something that's solid, that has a track record, that they would feel confident about, that shows the numbers, right? And there's stability that's involved in that, and there's also legitimacy, all that kind of stuff that goes along with it. It's one thing to have a price pump and have a good looking chart in a year, but it's another thing to make sure that it's a solid financial investment. I think that the what was that? Not the poppies, but the what were those flowers? They had a good year run, I think. Tulips. The tulips, right? So, but any real investor, that was a FOMO thing, right? But any real investor would have stepped back and looked at that at the time and said, "I ain't putting no money in fucking tulips." That's let the FOMO tards get in and play with that, and they did, and it crashed and all that kind of stuff. So when I look at the institutional money that's coming into crypto right now, and I really wonder why and how it's in there and why it's pumping like it is, because we know what Bitcoin is. The whole world really knows what Bitcoin is. Anybody who has any brain in their head whatsoever, who's not blinded by crypto influencers and blinded by crypto itself and blinded by mad gains in hopes that they'll get mad gains, or blinded by the fact that they got a big ass bag of Bitcoin. So they're going to say whatever they can to get other people to FOMO into it. But I'm talking about institutional money coming in and really taking a look at what Bitcoin is and going, this is garbage. Why would I put that much money into something that's garbage that could possibly have bugs in it? It's a technology that's broken down, that doesn't work, that has had bugs. So it's not even it's like buying a Jordan card, a one of a kind signed Jordan card that can produce itself over and over again. Why would anybody who's seen that type of a record happen get into it? So that tells me that, we still have a long way to go before real money comes into crypto and understands what's going on here. Because if this is real money coming in, they're fucking stupid. They're really fucking stupid for coming in and giving something value that really shouldn't have that value. It really shouldn't. And so where is the brains in that?
I think they feel the same way about the dollar.
We're invisible on the main market cap sites. So I mean that
I'm not even talking about Hex.
Yeah, but I mean that's
Archie said two things. He said, "Where's the real money coming in?" And one thing there is it the real money? Because it's not, right? It's a hedge fund.
It's not yet.
No, well, it's not that, but like a real mutual fund has a fiduciary responsibility to its investors. A company, like they're teasing Elon Musk right now, right, on Twitter. Hey, Elon, put in all your cash into Bitcoin, what have you. But Elon Musk has a fiduciary responsibility to his investors, right? Now, Bitcoin has an 11-year track record. I mean, that's one thing, but still, the past does not equal the future, right? Future performance has nothing to do with past performance. But still, you have to look your investors in the eye should Bitcoin take a 75% drop, right? So what's in Bitcoin? It's speculators. What's in Hex? It's us, right? We don't have a fiduciary responsibility to anyone but our wife, right? Where big institutions, these are a few people, but you're not going to see Franklin Templeton or American funds all of a sudden start moving money into Bitcoin or Ethereum for that matter. The point that I thought was interesting, though, is we do have a 1-year track rerecord. And 1 year is flimsy in our world. One year in our world, right? You're talking about the wall, right? Or you're talking about a 15-year stake ladder Brisology, right? I mean, this is us speculating, but 1 year is like almost the worst investment we could make. And we walk out of here. I mean, I mentioned without big payday, 15%, or if you add big payday, 58% on a measly 1 year stake, right? December 2019 to December 2020. And then if you do it in dollars, that's kind of fun because, again, I only put $29 in to get this stake. And the percentages are pretty cool, 1,300% gain on a measly 1 year stake. But as Johnny Chaos said, we don't need to talk to them about that. All you need to know is you buy 10,000 Hex today, you're going to get about 15% to 20% more Hex out in 1 year. 1 year track record. What are they worth? I don't know. Let's say they go down 20%. Well, you went down 20% and you're flat, right? Because you have 20% more units. They're 20% less and still you're flat. This is as consistent as like a CD in the real world, right? You put in your money, you get out your interests and your principal. We'll see what they're worth later on. I thought that was pretty cool. Johnny said he's backed off a little bit. We haven't seen him in a while. I took a couple weeks off. I was burning out too, but I had a dream. This is pretty funny. This is the back of my mind. I had a dream that I found Richard, like where he lives, and it was on a college campus in a dorm room. And he had a roommate and a little closet with a candle and everything. And it was the weirdest dream because it was so real. And he was like, don't tell anybody I live here in a dorm room. I woke up like, oh, that tells me I've spent way too much time. Richard's in my dreams now. But I watched his video the other day and I took some of his advice. I looked up the music that he promoted the other day. The first was like, what?
Oh, how was it? I didn't look at I didn't
The
listen.
first-
I heard that.
The first was like Dungeons and Dragons music. It was like, straight out of a video game, like you were playing. I thought that my 8 and 10-year-olds liked it. They thought, hey, this sounds like a video game. And then the last one, Doja Cat, and when Richard's about to say something, because he always leans back and he looks in the air and he goes, should I say this? And he's going to say it. I mean, I got a couple dancer friends that listen to Doja Cat. And yeah, that's dancer friend music. Definitely. I liked it. A little cleaner than Cardi B, but equally right in that area. But now we know where all the ETH went, right? So
yeah, no kidding. This is dancer friends, right?
So I thought that was pretty funny stuff. I was like, right on. But this is exciting. Again, I'm going to write this to my folks on my email distribution list. Like, hey, 1 year's gone by. Some of you have been here for a year. Some of you guys have not. Some of you guys are just finally finding out about us today. The worst, the smallest, the most, minute stake, a 1 year stake. This is what it did. We now have a 1 year track record. We don't know what it's going to do in the future, but and I say it because we say it without big payday, because no one starting today has big payday, right? You're going to put in your units. You're going to get about 15. Mine's not done yet. It's a couple days from being done. 15 to 20% on your units, and we'll see what they're worth. And then for fun, what's the currency exchange at that point? And we're looking at the difference, 958% to 1,300% with or without big payday. So it was kind of fun math. We'll see where we are in December 2021. Then we have a 2 year track record, and we'll say we remember what Liberty said a year ago, and a year later, what was our 2 year track record? And now you're building track record.
Here's the fun one, Liberty. We were the top performing asset last year. So what happens when we're the top performing asset 2 years in a row?
You're getting track record.
That's yeah.
In the crypto world, I mean, that's a ton of track record, right? Because we're still all speculators, right? In the institutional world, we're getting closer, right? Like you said, Bitcoin's 10 years. Also, like what Captain RG3 was saying about the tulips, right? Whether the tulips lasted 1 year or 10 years, it doesn't matter. If someone got in the way and they picked up something at this price and they sold it for that price, good for you, right? What do you say to the person that didn't get in the way, called it a scam, and then finally it was a scam? They were right, but they didn't make anything. Hey, congratulations for being right. Look at Johnny Chaos over here. He made a ton on tulips, right? And it's the same thing with what we're doing, right? I mean, how can you point at me and say it's a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme, and I could show you on my Staker app what it's worth right now, or show you on my Coinbase what we made in Bitcoin, right? You go, hey, you might be right. This could prove out in the future, but we got in the way and we took out our profit.
I call it right? It's Schrodinger's scam. Everything is and isn't a scam until it's proven that it is. All right.
And those that profit from
everything has the potential of being a scam, right?
Yeah. So, who knows? Satoshi might come back and plummet the price and all the.
And just to let everybody know in the chat room, I got rid of Zealot, whatever, because I'm sick and tired of answering those stupid questions and hearing seeing trolls pop in the chat. So it wasn't because I'm worried about what he's saying. He's just said everything that every fucking troll has ever said since the beginning. So I'm just blocking those guys from now on. I just get them out of here. They can keep their shit to themselves and go.
I can't believe they're still beating the same dead questions. I mean, it's absolutely. It's like, look, guys, right? Take a look at the chart. The chart has a nice middle finger for you to show you that we're still here. Look at it very carefully. It does this, and we're still here.
I wasn't talking about you, Benny. I wasn't talking about you. All right, guys.
We have a 1 year track record.
I've been saying I'm going to try and knock these down to 2 hours so that I can start to have a life again. So
yeah, I'm getting pretty tired. I need to get ready for bed pretty soon.
Let me. I got some. I got some chest stuff to do here for everybody because I think I exit scammed on the last chest, and Let's see here. Put a little more in there. I exit scammed on the chest. So there, I'm going to put a little more in, and let me give away the chest to everybody here before we roll. Anybody got anything to say before we call it a night? Liberty's like, I just showed up, motherfuckers. It's time for another hour.
I like showing up. Last 20 minutes. That's like, I'm good with that.
My boner, my boner pills are wearing off.
I thought I would be a stranger and show you that I'm here. I'm still alive. Check in with you guys.
We see plenty of you. You're a good man. Hey, Brisology, I can't believe Brisology didn't let me know about the get together, the midget meetup. I mean, I would have carpooled with you.
I told him not to tell you.
The midget meetup. Can you even say that? So now we've had headdresses and midgets on the show tonight.
I'm 5'9" and 3/4.
Challenged.
5'9" and 5/8.
Manlets
we were about
are the most
same
oppressed
height.
group in America.
We saw
Got to get my guinea at RG3. Check your Twitter messages. I will, Toby. Toby1. Thanks for the ninja guinea, bro. Appreciate that. All right, everybody. Let me drop the rewards on everybody's head here. Where you don't get your crypto dropped on your head, you get lemons. Free lemons given. Can't say we've never given anything, because that's what we do here. We're givers. We're not taking.
If you guys love lemon parties, lemonparty.org.
Oh my God, what's that supposed to mean? Don't go there. Don't do it.
Don't go.
Enter your seed phrase.
Just watch this guy.
Just enter your seed phrase.
Visit and enter your seed phrase.
4,
a 20%
3,
bonus.
2, 1. And there we go. Let's see. The lemons are being distributed, and the gentlemen and ladies who get them are. Let's see. Uh-oh. We got some vid going on there or what? I lost every fucking one of my crew today. Every one of my crew I lost. The whole thing.
COVID?
Yeah. We had a guy exposed, and the whole crew got freaking quarantined for 2 weeks. I had to push all my jobs out. It's like, oh shit. Oh,
That's what the college football bowl committee's thinking. We keep losing all of our teams.
Did you hear that Tom Cruise rant?
Oh,
the first or the second?
I didn't.
There was another one?
Yeah, he went through a second one. People walked off the set.
Man, I gotta hear that.
And then the girl.
Oh boy.
And then the girl that was who's the girl that did Leah Remini, the one that did the whole exposure of the religion. She was all saying it was staged, and you can always count on her to come in when it comes to Scientology. She's like, it was a setup.
Oh, now we're just going downhill. All right, everybody. We'll see you on Wednesday. Gosh, what are we gonna do on Wednesday now? Now I forgot what we're gonna do on Wednesday. Doggone it. I forget what we're gonna do on Wednesday. We were supposed to shit. Who's coming on Wednesday?
Well, I will see you guys. Take care.
The black book.
Randy's due.
Yeah. Where's
Randy in a while?
Yeah, Randy was on Saturday night. He was on. Randy was on Saturday.
I wanted to hear from him. He had his get together with his buddies. You know, they were trying to get Hex on to, to be talked about on that newsletter.
On his, well, he gets his stuff in all the time. I mean with
the what was that one called? Jeff Berwick's thing.
Jeff. Oh, the Jeff Berwick
vigilante.
Thing, yeah.
The vigilante. I heard he was meeting up with them, and they're going to talk about Hex and stuff.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I wanted to hear how that went. And he put there's a video up there. There's a dinner party, and all of a sudden I thought I saw Randy. I was like, "Is that Randy?" And it was a Twitter put up by his wife. Of course, it was Randy. I was like, I recognize those legs anywhere, and so I wanted to hear what came out of that.
Don't know.
That's a good voice. That's a good voice to get on the Hex train.
Yep. Oh shoot, John Wick. He was supposed to come on tonight, but he's going to be on Wednesday. Sorry about that. Yeah, John. Shit, John Wick was coming on tonight, but he had to.
Wick.
Well, he was supposed to come on last week, but then Richard preempted the stream, so
Oh yeah.
we rolled it, and then we didn't do Friday, and then we were supposed to do today, but then he told me he couldn't make it today, so he's coming on Wednesday. So yeah, John Wick will be on Wednesday, and just a couple hours. But all right, everybody, guys, have a great rest of the week. We'll see you on Wednesday. We'll
Out.
your Discourse Syndicate and pirate ship. Looks like we're working.